All you motherfuckers that don't know about this hip-hop shit, learn a lesson. This is real shit. We do not play games with this culture. We represent real hip-hop. If you fake, get the fuck out. We don't need you here. Word up.
Baby, you're the reason for my tears of joy.
Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices.
Days are being spent getting wrecked, drinking pint cans, explaining my story while I'm stood in front of mic stands. This country is mad, some are getting stabbed or shot. Wrong place, wrong time, wearing the wrong football top. See man's rep the rents without a logical purpose. In this money-driven system, we're encouraged to purchase. Yin and yang is real, but I don't know what side I'm on. Eventually, this planet is gonna look like Cybertron. Machines are taking over, and there's no way to stop it. Progress never halts if man is making a profit. Too many backhanders coming out of dodgy pockets. Some are too fascinated with material objects. At the Intercontinental, mind state from the projects. Wasted in the foyer with a bottle of Beck's. Smoking joints with my feet up, chilling on the balcony. Laughing, thinking fuck anyone who ever doubted me.
Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices.
I'm questioning freedom cause it's hard to believe it. Feel scarred like a soldier in the French Foreign Legion. Every year we gather, burning Guy Fawkes for treason. The syllabus in schools doesn't teach kids the reason. We got numb gums, plus the blisters on the thumbs. HMC in the slums, high as fuck with Jimmy Lungs. Now we're on those classic samples, kicks and the drums. Information that I read, my mind soaks up like a sponge. These kids gamble quids for lunch money, odds and evens. Every day is a challenge, I keep battling my demons. Sip a glass of cider with a dash of Ribena. Listening to Havoc, sampling the Chai Lights. Have you seen her? Inception on the album, I ain't your average dreamer. On that Hawkeye shit, Pierre Luigi Colina. We're on point like gangsters, so step in the arena. I'm just beating motherfuckers like I beat Tina.
Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices. Remembering the faces and voices, and when the wise man said, life is full of choices.
You tell me your name, please.
HMC.
I would like to ask you to describe your profession.
I'm an artist.
Mastering my craft, getting paid to create. I'm guaranteed to succeed, it ain't up for debate. We used to stay up late, all night, until sunrise. In the UK with shady guys and grey skies. A flock of birds stop, land on a rooftop. A car with no wheels, parked up on some breeze blocks. Stoners debate who's on the next shot run. Plus dangerous ones carrying a sawn-off shotgun. Those who ain't dodgy at all become a victim. In the whip, listening to gangstar discipline. Years back, everybody went to the village inn. These days, it feels like I'm living with a thicker skin. But the Rizzlers are slim, silver haze in the silvers. Most of them are good mates, are ground workers and builders. I'm the engineer, the town around me raised me. Life was crazy, then died, become a ghost, Patrick Swayze. In the Matrix, more fierce than Larry Fishburne. Every day I listen and learn, on a mission to earn. Until the creme, fuck the world, let it burn. Drop a couple of ecstasy and watch my jaw gun. The Wayans are playing tag, run around the playground. Dad's on tag at home, betting on a greyhound. Forever I stay down, regardless of the situation. Life is a test, I'm waiting at the train station. Get the 9:40 AM to St. Pancras, blazing a J, so I ain't stressing or anxious. Always take my chances, I'm a gambling anarchist. The theory of everything, track 12, no disadvantage.
I would like to ask you to describe your profession. I'm an artist.
Life's a bitch, then track 4, the world is yours. People so detached these days, no common cause. Know the difference between your duties and chores. A question of sport, the odds are I'm betting draws. No pressing pause, cause the time keeps passing. Pages with a pen, cause my laptop's crashing. Find me in the cell, mouth shut, I ain't crashing. Don't care about fashion, forever adding up fractions. Burger King for lunch, KFC for dinner. Keep a balanced diet, but sometimes I'm a sinner. I ain't packing on the pounds, I ain't getting any thinner. Whenever you call, I'll be around, just like the Spinners. A philosopher with plans to live long and prosper. Never pretend or play the part of the imposter. Kids in foster care, swigging a can of Fosters. Fractional reserve banking, we're taking losses. Wake and bake, then I'm making bacon and sausages. Robbers in a pickle, end up taking some hostages. Work from home, selling drugs, no need for offices. High as fuck, I'm a grass type like Oddishes. Not so many couples nowadays have a lot of kids. Recycling bin filled with empties and bottle lids. From playing woolsies in alleyways, winning quids. Hearing Chinese whispers, little shits are telling fibs. Following the scientific method, it's the physicist. The rebirth emerged from a pit, just like a chrysalis. Got a never-ending list of shit to fix. Before this, I had nothing to lose and everything to risk. Cause my word is my bond. Feeble minds wanna be that big fish in the small pond. Sit back and oversee this game, Gary Kasparov. Deep blue tactics with the kit, David Hasselhoff. Reasonable doubt by Sean Carter. AlphaGo is beating humans, now computers getting smarter. Turning potential into kinetic energy. Moore's law, the system keeps on doubling in memory. People underestimate the value of a lesson. Seeing some taking so much value, it's depressing. Stood around the bar, coke heads and alcoholics. All the crack fiends, only concerned with robbing wallets. Privatize the profits, socialize the cost. In the grand scheme of things, nothing gained, nothing lost. Wreck mixing records on the Geminis and Technics. Taking ketamine and trips in number 66.
I'm spitting multiple verses in the multiverse. Playing multiplayer retro games, the Silver Surfer. Getting stoned with the Asgardians, the Corby Town Takanadi. In Italian cardigans, looking like Jimmy and the Argonauts. And spitting some sick shit after some Sip Smith gin. Like I'm John Wick, just another citizen. With some bird called Cinnamon, whistling Kill Bill. I'm tailor-made, the Blade Runner. With glasses of Glen Ray, sat watching Days of Thunder. Rogue Agent, Razor Ramon, Alcoholics Agenda. Listening to Roam the Streets with Vagrants. Stealing bottles of Grey Goose. Graffiti artist, any tunnels from a spray booth. Welcome to the madness of King James. Japanese gin and tin cups. Freestyle over rough cuts. Unfucking my fuck ups. I'm up early, looking mint. Established in 85, had the blueprint ever since.
Some are stuck in prisons like dogs in kennels. Find me mixing chemicals, wrecked like Frank Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool to Daredevil. The unbiased professional, nothing like Gary Neville. Collect precious metals, I ain't concerned with medals. Train to step on pedals as I munch a bag of rebels. Rappers got me laughing like Dave Chappelle specials. Don't bust my balls like you're stepping on my testicles. The over-opinionated thug, Jamie Carragher. Regular alcohol consumption, Frank Gallagher. Back in the days of teletext and champ manager. Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler. No standard in, only high grades that I'm averaging. Record the vocal layers, then it's mixing and mastering. Fuck the Mandalorian, instead of the mandolin. Good versus evil, I'm Obi-Wan, not Anakin. Never on a suicide mission like Zach Brannigan. Never low quality goods and fancy packaging. Always in destroy mode, J-Roo I'm damaging. Narcotic trafficking, pandemics from a pathogen. The acid's kicking in, I write rhymes and avoid work. Listen, trust me, I'm a doctor like Zoidberg. 2 lines of ketamine, I'm about to enjoy a third. Standing up feeling like Captain Scarlet or a Thunderbird. Selective with my choice of words to get my voice heard. Rhymes from my 34th birthday to my 43rd. The bookie's offering 1-to-1 odds, the bet's even. If anybody is drama seeking, they're best leaving. Each to their own, I guess, choose what to believe in. I'll be sat listening to Lord Finesse and Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, Edward Snowden, Hulk Hogan, Phil Foden, malware, I'm downloading the horse tranquilizing Trojan.
Are the feelings of a lonely man.
Some are in a slumber state and wide awake. Shifts rotate, working earlys and lates. In this paper chase, see me raising the stakes. Staying well away from anybody that's fake. Listening to MC8 instead of Drake. Remembering the days we were getting the flake. Making money, easy as pie or piece of cake. Now I got my head straight, less making mistakes. Aiming to get rich before I'm 46. But right now I can't afford to get the front door fixed. Everybody wants to get their name on the Forbes list. So many spend every day on a forklift or shoplift, avoid getting caught by police. I always say peace, but there's war in these streets. Never been the type to preach instead of teach. Graffiti on the subway walls, we play for keeps. Every day's a blessing, the present is a gift. Sometimes I wonder why does anything exist. Steady aim, hit my targets, never miss. No worries if I'm broke, it's getting fixed. Every day's a blessing, the present is a gift. Sometimes I wonder why does anything exist. Steady aim, hit my targets, never miss. No worries if I'm broke, it's getting fixed. Need to better myself instead of living frugal. I'm sick of these chicken and mushroom pot noodles. Artwork in school, the kid doing a doodle. Now we're asking questions to Siri and Google. I ain't no wasted talent, my skills are useful. Gotta be brutally honest, my life is beautiful. Skint and surrounded by suspects as usual. Instead of doing lines of bugle in the cubicle. Need to earn big, I'm sick of penny pinching. Time is pushing us towards the edge of extinction. The broke musician, not from Singapore. 90s kids playing the Nintendo 64. Aiming to live better, saving legal tender. I'm rhyming this slang, same as an EastEnder. Remember, always question the government's agenda. The grown criminal who used to be a young offender. Every day's a blessing, the present is a gift. Sometimes I wonder why does anything exist. Steady aim, hit my targets, never miss. No worries if I'm broke, it's getting fixed. Every day's a blessing, the present is a gift. Sometimes I wonder why does anything exist. Steady aim, hit my targets, never miss. No worries if I'm broke, it's getting fixed. Taking my time to make a master thesis. The jigsaw puzzle, looking for these last pieces. I'm in these streets, not laid back on beaches. No design for life like the Manic Street preachers. Believe in aliens, no faith in religion. There's better ways of living, so I made a decision. No plagiarism, I don't do favoritism. I just need bass and a rhythm like Dave Griffin. The difference between living and surviving. There's wisdom in the words I'm giving and providing. On the straight and narrow, no drinking and driving. Don't rock my boat and don't piss off Poseidon. Powerful potential in a pen or a pistol. I'm on point, same as warheads on a missile. Irish clover, English rose and Scottish thistle. Dublin to London, Manchester and Bristol. Every day's a blessing, the present is a gift. Sometimes I wonder why does anything exist. Steady aim, hit my targets, never miss. No worries if I'm broke, it's getting fixed. Anybody testing my patience has got a death wish. My main priorities are staying high and getting pissed. I'm hanging in the morning, hitting Mackey's for breakfast. Then I'm picking up my son to build Lego bricks like Tetris. We used to hang around in places less majestic. That Friday night cycle of chasing another debt list. Endlessly collecting tick, forever checking messages. Never on the wagon, getting wrecked, necking beverages. Like the infamous, it's survival of the fittest. I'm surrounded by the hypocrites, liars and critics. Projects kept in folders with the rhyming and lyrics. While I study on the tablet, learning science and physics. Turning corners faster than joyriders and civics. Watching crypto markets rise and crash, price of the digits. Spending daily amounts, so I'm setting higher limits. Operating on the system like Windows and Linux. Do the fucking math, long multiplication. Cruising round in a Benz instead of stuck at bus stations. Don't test my nerve cause I ain't got much patience. Transposing these letters, the same as sums and equations. Keep calm, carry on, kick off, no hesitation. Honestly, probably need some head case medication. Those kids who never went on holidays or vacations, GTA style, planning robberies on PlayStations. Watch star constellations while the earth is rotating. Words from Carl Sagan, talk like Del Boy, David Jason. Schizophrenic secrets, Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. Waking up on James's couch with a bottle of Captain Morgan. Plus Southern Comfort, Blue Rizzler, Lemon Haze. It's just me against the world, playing Tupac, better days. Keep on showing up at work wrecked, I don't expect a raise. Reading back what I just wrote, then turn over the next page.
This alcoholic, inglorious bastard, I'm a different class with higher standards. Standing outside the gym palaces with a pocket full of chances. Life is hard as fuck but I still manage. Been through the challenges, walked away from crash landings. A life of random madness, hash pipes and red striped glasses. Blinded by the lights but I'm still getting glimpses and glances. The ugly little cunt that never dances. This is something that the birds don't fancy. Just pass the brandy, champagne lifestyle on lemonade wages. Every day I'm battling, I'm building something with cranes and scaffolding. I'm the Corby Town catalyst, world class like Barcelona Catalans. Floating down canals and catamarans. I'm an alcoholic so I'm waterproof, standing in waterlogged battlefields. Ready to rape and pillage small villages with loose women. I'm ready to rampage, rough like sandpaper with more floors than skyscrapers. The last Jedi like Skywalker.
I produce, sipping vodka and fruit juice. Tracksuits and hoods, I ain't surrounded by suits. I'm a vocalist who needs a live band like The Roots. I'm listening to verbs, Mr. Slips and Coops. The kids who used to get pissed with bottles of hooch. Either razor to the wrist or a neck in a noose. Saturnator's own son, the one who escaped with Zeus. This world is crazy, so you gotta be mental. Choose to either raise the stakes or play it sensible. If I cause any offense, it's unintentional. I'm laughing watching stand-ups on Comedy Central. My life is eventful, I ain't driving a rental. Just check the paragraphs that I write with a pencil. Striking a pose with my finger to my temple. The mental man, cause it's obvious I ain't gentle. It's in our minds. It's in our minds. It's in our minds. It's in our minds. Trying to turn this mental fog into a brainstorm. Feeling like scrap, forever chasing that acorn. On the fixture list, checking drawers in a waveform. Drug dealers' houses are getting raided at dawn. Always high and low, a bipolar mentality. People steer clear, cause I'm off my head apparently. Careful who I trust and keep a close inner circle. Cause some scally thieving cunts are always looking to burgle. GTA style, Franklin, Michael and Trevor. All I see now is magic instead of the Uri Geller. Andrew Carnegie to John D. Rockefeller. I'm a storyteller, on these streets the Corby dweller. Friday night drunk fights outside the candle. I'm not a follower, because I lead by example. The anarchist mind, criminal and a vandal. Always kicking down the door before I'm grabbing the handle. It's in our minds. It's in our minds. It's in our minds. It's in our minds.
I know you know where they are, so tell me. Before I do some damage, you won't walk away.
Dreams and nothing is out of reach. Every morning wake up, blaze one up and brush my teeth. The hustler from day one, but I ain't a thief. Some are out for a job, others running the fucking streets. Some are deceased, some who got assassinated. There's some who never listened to the tracks that I created. Attention to detail, like the statue of David. I'm the product of the moment my dad ejaculated. Underrated is an understatement, I'm waiting patient. No muttering mumble raps, cause I say it blatant. Hypotenuse angles, opposite to the adjacent. Measuring triangles, see how nature is amazing. Madmen are raging, they can't find no inner peace. I'm watching the Lost Boys, listening to Mr. Cheeks. All these GTA characters, strangers and freaks. Storytell like Roald Dahl, James and the Giant Peach. The quality ain't real, cause we don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count. The quality ain't real, we don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count. I make the days count. I make the days count. We don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count. Shipping boxes of bud, the bags are vacuum sealed. I ain't throwing anchors overboard and playing the field, because this pen is like a weapon that I'm waiting to wield. As if I'm on a battleground with a mace and a shield. The same as Sauron, trying to conquer Middle-earth. From the man on his deathbed to the woman that's giving birth. Crack addicts are snatching a handbag for a purse. What's the cost of decency and how much is it worth? Life's a blueprint too, is it a gift or a curse? I don't know, I keep on spitting when I've written a verse. I've got away with words and so many different themes. So please tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. I've already seen the cash printed out by the reams, with the Japanese building money making machines. I'm never staying still for long, forever changing scenes, weighing up greens, getting paid by any ways and means. The quality ain't real, cause we don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count. The quality ain't real, we don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count. I make the days count. I make the days count. We don't get the same amount. So instead of counting days nowadays, I make the days count.
Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot.
So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot. So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot.
this game is rigged, and we're a bunch of fucking mugs, paying taxes and bills, popping pills and taking drugs. Misled like the common piss head, but instead I plan to tell the truth so we can put this shit to bed. People talk, being woke, pretend to know the meaning. Other folk live in slumberland, hopelessly dreaming. Life is a movie, narrated by Morgan Freeman. Different places that I go, I never get bored of leaving. Opportunity awaits, so I'm off to the next place. Remember years back by cops who used to get chased. Hung around in every council estate with reprobates. Right now I gotta bounce, cause my destiny awaits. There's poetry, it gets my undivided attention. Can't afford a mortgage, so I can't rely on a pension. I don't ever stop writing or creating inventions. Looking shady around me, you better state your intentions.
So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot. So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot.
These words that I add to the pages are like a diary, trying not to suffer with no stress or anxiety. Designing album covers with parental advisory. Poachers making profits selling elephant ivory. Buzzing when I'm wired, I'm live, so don't touch me. 14 and handcuffed, taken into custody. Higher cost of living, we don't get much for free. But see how the corrupt live lifestyles of luxury. The gap between the rich and the poor, forever growing. Most don't realize though, so never knowing. I'm cleverly flowing and shed light on the truth in the form of a poem. I'm providing the proof, stay advising the youth. Words from Oscar Wilde, puppeteers pull strings in the background like Rothschild. Masses entertained by movies, Steven Spielberg. Decisions get made in those meetings, Bilderberg.
So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot. So many fail trying to make it to the top. People need to stop worrying about what they ain't got. With my guys, Lee and DYZE, James and Scott, doing laps around the sun on this pale blue dot.
It's about to get wavy. Listen to Oasis playing Definitely Maybe. Acid under tongues plus Mandy and Rizzlers. Get those visuals, not the paranoid whispers. White on my nose, milk on the cat's whiskers. Corby in my blood, in this town, I'm indigenous. Listen to lectures by a well-respected physicist, surrounded by misfits, chatting some gibberish. Wiring up devices, networks and cables. Back in the day was paper clips and staples. I don't care about fashion brands and labels. Short stories, pros and cons, no fables. Speakers blast capital Steez, Alicia Keys with the casserole dish, waiting for DMT to freeze. People who disturb the peace are free to leave. Blaze weed, I'm avoiding the stress, I need to breathe. LSD, I gotta take trips. THC, I need to blaze spliffs. DMT, I seen spaceships. MDMA, escape the matrix. LSD, I gotta take trips. THC, I need to blaze spliffs. DMT, I seen spaceships. MDMA, escape the matrix. Work is just slavery for a salary. Surreal mental images, Salvatore Dali. A decade ago, snorting grams in the tally. People ate whole packs of temazepam and valleys. Don't need a girl with a one-track mind like Sally. In the 80s we were babies, it was bank jobs and valleys. Racking up cat, dropping bombs and Mandy. Gutting my face off, but I'm happy, not angry. Cracking some jokes, I'm just having a laugh though. This abstract flow, the same as Pablo Picasso. Now I tend to spend less cash on the blow. No crossing the channel with a van loaded tobacco. I'm underneath some bright lights, watching plants grow. With revolutionaries like Guevara and Castro. You don't know me and you want tick, don't even ask bro. The scumbags around here from Gatwick to Glasgow. LSD, I gotta take trips. THC, I need to blaze spliffs. DMT, I seen spaceships. MDMA, escape the matrix. LSD, I gotta take trips.